I got too many. I got too many.
Hi, I'm PH, and welcome to Good Bible Knowledge with PhD. In this set of videos, I want to provide an enjoyable and helpful way to understand common questions about the Bible. I hope you'll find these videos helpful to your own spiritual journey in Jesus. So let's get started. What's the Bible about anyways? Here's a quick way to answer this question in less than 5 minutes. Most people think that the Bible is all about using old words and mostly do's and don'ts. Well, that's actually not correct. Though the Bible does contain instructions for wisdom and moral codes, that's not what the Bible is all about. The Bible is not a rule book, nor is it simply a collection of independent Bible stories. It's a singular narrative about Jesus. The Bible tells us that Jesus is the Son of God, the King and Savior who came to earth in the form of a man to bring salvation from sin and the ultimate restoration of peace and the opportunity of a personal relationship with God. The Bible presents Jesus as the center of all human history, which we even recognize today in our system of dating. The Bible begins with Jesus as the creator of the world. John 1 says Jesus was in the beginning, and all things were made through him. All the earth, everything in the earth, including us, ultimately exists due to the creative work of Jesus. Now, the Bible is divided into two main sections, the Old Testament and the New Testament. Everything in the Old Testament, not just prophecy, everything, points to the coming of Jesus. The Old Testament is the setup of the gospel. The first 4 books of the New Testament are called the Gospels. The Gospels are 4 complementary accounts of the events surrounding Jesus' birth, his life and ministry, and most importantly, his crucifixion, his resurrection from the dead, and his ascension into heaven. You could say this first advent of Jesus is the main event of the Bible. The rest of the New Testament describes what happened immediately after Christ's earthly ministry, the establishment of the church, and a further explanation of the life of Jesus and the promise of Jesus' return. This is the follow-through. Finally, the Bible ends with a promise of Jesus' second coming, when he will reign as King of Kings and Prince of Peace. And his reign and peace will have no end. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more good Bible knowledge with PhD.